Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Heidi. First of all, I want to really thank all the people who've been watching my videos and commenting, liking, and especially subscribing. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. I know I've said it before, but it really helps to know that some people out there want to see what I'm making. So thanks a lot. So today is going to be part one of my coloring book collection, and it's basically I have 3 shelves, like little cubbies in my bookshelf that I keep my current coloring book collection, and my aim is to just go through one shelf in each video. I'm going to try not to spend too much time talking about each one because I think most people have seen and are familiar with the books already, and I'll just give a little flip through of them, maybe make a comment or two. I'm going to try not to say I love this book 30 times, because just assume that I love all the books, because that's pretty much the case. So let's get started. So the first one I have is Daydreams by Carlson. These hardback books are just beautiful. As many of you know, the paper is lovely, perfect for colored pencils. Beautiful detailed images. I haven't colored in them much at all, but I am looking forward to it. So that's Daydreams. Next is Summer Nights by Carlson. It's the same hardback. These are all the same format and paper quality. Oh, these are just so pretty. Gosh. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think most people are familiar, and if you need flip throughs, I'm sure there are a ton of them on YouTube already. Next one is Magical Dawn by Carlson. And I think generally I have this correct in chronological order as far as publication. Yeah, wow. So that is her 3rd book, I think. And then Seasons. Next is Jewelry Box. When I look at all of these together and all of the uncolored pages, it makes me feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much to color, but I can't think like that because it'll just be too overwhelming. That's not the way to think. We should just enjoy the books that we have, even if we don't color in them that much. Spirit Animals is the next one. And then up next are the artist editions of her books. So Hannah Carlson, this is what's left of the Magical Dawn artist edition. And for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to take them out of the cover. They sort of started to come apart anyway. And I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I had kept the cover. The cover looks, like this. So this is Magical Dawn. I keep them in a separate area with all my loose leaf, paper and uncolored loose leaf stuff. So that's that. And then I also have Daydreams Artist Edition. And this has 20 drawings selected from the Daydreams coloring book. And they're a little bit bigger. And it's on heavy cardstock. So you can use water-based media, pretty much anything you could throw at it, I'm sure these pages can handle. So I really like these for that reason. Gorgeous. So I haven't done anything in this one either. I'm sort of waiting to finish Magical Dawn and then move on to some others. So there's Daydreams. And then I also have the Summer Nights Artist Edition. So again, it's 20 of the images from the book. And I haven't done anything in this one either. Really nice. And then moving on from Hannah Carlson, we have Maria Trolley, or Troll, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Twilight Garden. And I believe this was her first book. And again, this is a hardback, really lovely, thick paper. Really great for colored pencil. And many of the pages have this black background, which is nice. It's a nice change from the plain white. It eliminates the need to, well, you don't, in these pages you don't have to do a background, which is nice sometimes. So sweet. Her drawings are just adorable. Sweet and charming. And like I said before, most people are familiar with these already. So Twilight Garden. And then I have Nightfall. Her little creatures that she draws are so adorable. They're just, you can't even tell what they are sometimes. Sometimes they're little ghosts. Sometimes they're these little sort of like mice. Sometimes they're just these little creatures. You're not quite sure what they are. It's beautiful. Nightfall by Maria Troll. And then I have Flora. So cute and sweet. Love it. And next I have Sagar Oxsagner by Emily Liddell Oberg. And again, it's a hardback book. Similar paper quality to the others that I've been showing. I've only colored one page in this book. Life's too short. Days are too short. Everything that needs to happen. So there's that one. And moving on to Kirby Rosanna's, or Rosanne's, I have the first one is Anamorphia, his first book. And I bought this one used, like I mentioned in a previous video, and I would not recommend doing that. Not because like that was like that when I bought the book. And it's sort of pretty. This book is probably my least favorite of his because I like the cute little creatures, the little doodles that he draws, but I'm not so much of a fan of like this kind of page where you're supposed to do drawing yourself. I'm not a big fan of that. I would rather just have the pages from the artist and then color those. I'm not really an artist myself. Like that, I probably won't do anything with this page at all. Or this. Yeah. And I think many colorists are of the same, or have the same ideas as I do, because the following books sort of left this idea behind and moved on to more of just including his drawings. So the next one is Imagimorphia. And I don't think I've colored in this one at all. It's just amazing, amazingly detailed. Everyone knows these books. I don't really need to say much about it. It's pretty good, thick paper. Thicker paper than in the first book. Oh, there's a page that I did color. I think I missed that in my completed colorings. So, there it is. Yeah. So, that's Imagimorphia. And Misomorphia. Again, everyone knows this book. And Geomorphia. This one is single-sided, which I like a lot because it means I can use my alcohol markers. And it's thinner than the others. I think much has already been said about that as well. I don't mind because there are so many pages, you know, in total that he has published for us colorists that I don't mind having certain books have fewer than others because I'll never get to them in my entire life, I'm sure. This one is Phantomorphia. This one is a little different, more detailed. Some of the images have been cut off in a strange way. And again, people have had a lot to say about this one. Again, single-sided, so you can use alcohol markers. Really amazing, super detailed. Not as much of the doodles, or maybe left the doodles behind completely in this one. And then his book that just came out recently is Worlds Within Worlds, and this one for sure doesn't have the little doodly characters that he included at first. So it's just the drawings. Everybody's seen flip-throughs of these, I think. Yeah, incredibly detailed and beautiful. So, Worlds Within Worlds by Kirby Rosanna. And then moving on to Mythographic Color and Discover, I have the 3 by Joseph Cadenbang so far. And these are also single-sided pages, extremely detailed. In this book, there's some white space around the image in most of the pages, which I like. The pages are also perforated, which I don't like so much, because I had a problem with a page kind of starting to come out, starting to break along the perforation line, and I did not appreciate that. But otherwise, it's a beautiful book. So this one is Animals. And I also have Aquatic. My light just went out. Oh well. It also has, all the pages have little hidden images like that. And I'm not really a big fan of that. I could completely do without it. It sort of became a convention with like the Kirby Rosanna's books, the little hidden things that you're supposed to find, but it's not really my thing. Yeah, super detailed. And in this book, more of the page is taken up by the drawing. There's less white space, so they're just, as you can see, like super intricate, and it's kind of hard to tell sometimes what's going on. Yeah, so that's Mythographic Aquatic. And then I have Imagine, also by Joseph Cadenbang. And this one is similar. There's a lot of swirly stuff, sometimes it's hard to tell how things are interwoven, what exactly is going on, but that's the fun of it, I guess, to figure that out while you're coloring it. So that's Mythographic Imagine by Joseph Campbell. And then moving on to Alan Roberts books. So these two are not the first ones, but I have the two little sort of almost pocket size books. The Beauty of Horror, Ghosts of Christmas, and these are one-sided. With frames around them, some of them. There have been flip-throughs of this, so I don't need to comment too much on all the pages. I love this stuff. I know it's not for everyone, but I just think it's so much fun. I love his illustration style. Yeah. So that's The Beauty of Horror, Ghosts of Christmas. And then this is a more recent one, The Beauty of Horror, Tricks and Treats. And I won't show you those. Also one-sided. Nice thick paper in these books. Gross. Yes. Pretty ghastly images, some of these. That's the point. I love this page. That's really great. Yeah. And to compare it to a regular size book, it's about that big. And up next is Alan Roberts, the original The Beauty of Horror, a gorgeous coloring book. And this was the first one I got, and I've colored in it quite a bit. Love it. Nice thick paper. Can hold up to water-based markers, probably watercolor, paint, pretty much anything except for alcohol markers. These are just awesome books. And then Beauty of Horror 2, Gulliana's Creepatorium. And I have not colored in these at all, which is a shame in a way. I have some kind of idea in my head, I don't know why, that I need to, I know it's crazy, that I need to finish the first book before I do anything in these, which is nuts, I know. And I need to get over that soon, because otherwise I will probably never get to these, and that would be a shame. Beauty of Horror 2 and Beauty of Horror 3, Haunted Playgrounds. So fun. Again, I haven't colored anything in here. I don't know if you can hear, my cat is trying to get into the room. She can't stand to be shut out of a room. But if I let her in, she'll just jump up onto here and interrupt my video. Yeah, This is a great book. Beauty of Horror 3. And there's a new one coming out this fall, I think in September. Beauty of Horror 4, which I am very excited about. And then lastly, we have 2 Buffy the Vampire Slayer books. And I think this was the first one. I got them at the same time, though. And these are put out by Dark Horse Comics, I think. Dark Horse Books. So the illustrations are comic book style by a bunch of different artists. So lots of different styles. And they're one-sided, except that on this side there's some dialogue from the episode of Buffy that it comes from. So I would never say use alcohol markers in here because I wouldn't want to ruin this side. But that's just me. I mean, you could. And it wouldn't technically be ruining anything. And like I said in my previous video, when I was showing my colorings from this, Buffy is my all-time favorite TV show. So I had to have these Double Meat Palace. Awesome. Dark Willow. So good. So that's the first Buffy the Vampire Slayer coloring book. And then there's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Big Bads and Monsters, which, like the name suggests, includes the villains. They're not all like that. But on the whole, it's sort of focused more on the big bads and monsters, essentially. So if you like this show, you would probably like this book a lot too. Yeah. So that is it. That is... This is taking up the entire screen. It's a giant stack. So that is my first shelf of coloring books. And I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks so much for continuing to follow me. Those who are, I really appreciate it, and I hope that you're enjoying. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and like and subscribe if you want to. Hope all of you are doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.